So what's going on, YouTube? Figured I'd get a little video here from the RC Dungeon to you. Just doing a little bit of going over some stuff that I picked up here. That was on some deals, some sales and some stuff I needed. Got some coffee to share with you guys this morning's early. Starting to feel a little better. Still not great. Hope everybody liked the little movie I did. The stop motion. If not, then on you. Just kidding. I just kind of like doing that stuff. I just enjoy that. Doing that kind of stuff. My daughter usually likes to help me. She was asleep because it was really late. Because I've been getting some stuff updated here in the scale garage, the RC Dungeon scale garage here. I'm going to use my men's here to debut some stuff, some parts. We got some stuff here for you. I notice I get comments about the size of the scale figures. Most of these guys are like close to 5.5 inches tall. I prefer not to go over a 6-inch tall figure. I think the wrestlers just look kind of not right to me. Not that there's anything wrong with them. I just prefer these. When you stand a 6-foot guy next to a lifted Toyota with 40s on it, I mean, personally, myself, I'm only 5'6", so these guys look pretty good to me in reference to a lifted truck with 40-inch tires on it. Because let's be honest, if you have a 3.8 tire is like basically like you're running a 38 tire. That's basically, to my understanding and knowledge of lifted trucks, which has been years and years. That's just how I feel, So I was just throwing that out there before we get the video started. I'm still a little under the weather, guys, so you have to give me a little bit here. My voice comes and goes a little bit still. But I finally got getting on the mend, I think, this time for like the second time in 2 weeks. So we got some parts I've ordered. We'll start off with the tires and the wheels. I picked up these tires were on the Black Friday sale from RC 4-Wheel Drive, and they were like $10 for both sets to do all 4 tires. And these are their RC 4-Wheel Drive 155 scale, the mud hogs. They're a little taller of a tire. I just got them because they were like, pretty super cheap. They're a pretty cool looking tire, like an old school, almost groundhog style pattern. So, I picked those up. So, couldn't pass that up. I may end up trying them out on the Marlin, or I don't know. It just depends. They're pretty tall. Compared to the Growlers, which are a tall tire, they're like 4.1 inch tire. I have on the red 4Runner I'm matching them up to right now. They're just a hair bit tick taller. So if you want a taller tire, scale tire, we'll see how these go. We're going to be trying those out. Got all 4 of them. And a company I've been going to a lot, buying stuff. I personally like their stuff. For me, I don't, I know it's a company, everybody says China. All this stuff comes from China, okay, guys? So, but, a lot of people call, they make the knockoff copy tires and all that stuff. I like their stuff. If you're listening, Enjora, I like your stuff. I know some guys have complained about some of their, paint chipping off wheels or whatever. Well, I chip paint off RC 4-Wheel Drive wheels. It's the nature of the animal when you're using these things and you're actually using them, stuff happens. You know, no big deal. You can repaint stuff. And these are cheap. So I picked up Injora's white spoke, scale white spoke. And to me, personally, this looks more like this is like an actual representation of a 1-to-1 white spoke wagon wheel compared to a lot of the other ones. It's like, I don't care for the ones, I mean, they're okay. RC Full Drive makes that multi-spoke. I mean, they're nice wheels too. I'm not saying they're not, but this is more of the old, classic, more to scale looking white spoke that you would see back in the 70s and 80s. So I picked those up. They were on sale, and I got the tires that came with it. My bud's running these tires. You know, they're Injora tires. The rubber compound actually feels pretty good in these. They say Ball Haul MTZ. They're a 3.75 tire. They got nice looking tread. You know, they're close to... They're almost exactly the same height as all my 3/8. So, I mean, that's about right. So, they probably are spot on, a 3.75 tire. I don't know if I'm going to run these or not. I may run these tires. I don't know. I wanted the wheels, and it was cheaper to buy the wheel. I mean, you get the tires, basically, for what you're going to be paying for just the wheels on Amazon. So, I picked them up, and I had a discount coupon. So, I basically bought wheels and got tires for free. Can't beat that. I have a tire and wheel fetish anyways. Kinky. So, that's what I picked those up. The white spokes I'm going to try out on the Rustbucket Blazer. And I got these two because I'm probably going to do some rusting on them to match the Rustbucket Blazer. So, you know, I mean, they should be pretty fitting. I didn't like my other white spokes that I had. I put them on there, and I don't know. The black wheels that I have on them SSD slots, just, I don't know. They look so good on there. So anyway, since we were on the wheels, I always pick these up, guys, from Club 5. These are the weighted brass 12 mil hexes for the Gen 8 and the Wendigo. They're 8 millimeter, so they're like a +2. I'm running these on my Marlin. I'm going to be putting these on the Rustbucket Blazer. And no, it will not put my tires outside of my fenders. But instead of running a deep dish wheel, a +2 millimeters with your factory stock wheel just gives you a little bit wider of a stance. You know, it's not like my buddy calls it the bully dog look. It won't give it that because the Blazer body's wide. So I'll do you guys some comparison videos and stuff when we start getting into it. And I'm going to have some videos coming of the updates on the Rustbucket because I'll pan around here in a minute. The scale garage is getting caught up. I'm getting to a place where I'm happy on the scale garage. So I'm going to start working on the Rustbucket Blazer in the meantime. So, but anyways, I picked up these. They got good weight to them. They work perfect. They fit the RC Full Drive Yoda axles perfectly fine with no slop and play, no binding. And, you know, they're Club 5. They're nice. They're engraved. They got the Club 5 engraving. You know, I think they cost me like $11-12. But, you know, that's the part number right there. There's the part number if you guys can see it. But they're Club 5 Gen 8, the brass wheel hexes. I don't remember if I had these up before because I did a video. Anyways, I picked up another set of the soft, super softs in black leaf springs. And got these for the Rustbucket because I like these. And I'm going to, the other ones are going on the red 4Runner. I actually probably going to get the red ones for the 4Runner. So, because I like the super soft leaf springs. They flex perfect for me. If you're not driving like an idiot out on the trail, you're not going to break stuff and you're paying attention to what you're doing. That's just me personally. If you're running an anti-rat bar, we've been over this in videos. So I also picked up another RC 4-wheel drive, their anti-rat bar, and there's their part number for it. I've never run the RC 4-wheel drive one before. We're going to be trying it on the Rustbucket. And then if it works out okay on the Rustbucket, I'll probably be getting one of those for the Red 4Runner. Or I may go ahead and go with the A&M one. I don't know. I had a buddy I was working with that I was trying to get into making some anti-rat bars. He has a CNC milling business, and he can make some really nice stuff, but he has some pretty serious contracts right now that he's working on, and he just doesn't have the time, unfortunately, which sucks, because it'd be great for all of us, because he can make some real nice stuff. Now, over here, Cowboy Bob, he's got what we picked up for our scale engine. We're going to be sanding and painting this stuff up. We got Cowboy Bob had a rough night last night. He come in late with a broke down 4Runner they had to work on. We got an exclusive RC, just the standard headers that they make for the Scale King engine. Okay. So I picked these up for the Scale King, Trail King, whatever. These are stock location headers. Hoping they'll work. These things seem to me made pretty good, I think. So anyhow, I'm not sure when I start putting that together. These are going to get painted silver. We're going to paint them up to make them look like chrome. I mean, they're 3D printed. Yeah, I mean, they look okay to me. So I don't know if they screw down or what, but... And I may end up, depending on the long run, I don't know. I may end up picking up the RC 4-wheel drive engine for the Rustbucket. I don't know. I'm gonna put the Trail King engine together and see how that comes out first. And then if I don't like it, I've sold some more of my stuff off. I may end up getting that Mr. Comedy. I don't know how you say it. I've been messaging him trying to get me to message me back about the his 454 because I'd like to put that in the Rustbucket, but I haven't received any response back from him. So I know RC Every Day, he was running one of his engines, looked really good in his Toyota. I really liked it. So, anyways, that's just throwing that out there. Trying to get in contact with him because I really like his 454 scaled out like it's would match the Rustbucket Blazer really well, like the stock 454. I picked this RC 4-wheel drive bumper up off my buddy, and I think if I end up going with like a winch mount pipe bumper on the Rustbucket, which I'm not sure until I play around with it, I think this bumper would actually work pretty well. It's about the right width. And it was for a Vetera. I'm not sure if Vetera Blazer even maybe. I don't know. It is used, a little scuffed up, but who cares? So I was looking at maybe using that on my Rustbucket, but it came with these kind of mounts that are adjustable. And then I could probably make some slide mounts here too for like the post that would slide in. Because I don't really like the bumpers coming off with the body. So I was thinking maybe more of an off-road winch style tube bumper on the Rustbucket. And I'm not sure. But anywhooser, I picked up, in order to run the Trail King scale engine, or any other, I think, scale engine, you have to have this part number here. It's the RC 4-wheel drive motor mount, and it mounts to your R4 transmission, which I do not have yet. I've still got to get the R4 transmission transfer case set up all here. So there's all that. That's the part number for it right there. I don't know if the camera's picking it up or what. So you need that. That's the RC 4-wheel drive motor mount for R4 transmission. to run your scale motor mounted in the middle. You need the R4 transmission and that. I think if you're running the aluminum, the metal RC four-wheel drive motor, I don't think you need that part. I don't think. Y'all don't quote me on that, but I don't think you need that part. And then, last but not least, always keep spacers in here, especially for moving up your servos. I just picked up these Hot Racings. They had them on sale cheap, like $3, free shipping. I needed to pick up like 3 or 4 packs of them. I usually try to keep the black ones and not the silver. But, I mean, I can always paint these. It's no big deal. And silver's not really that big of a deal either. But if you're moving your servos, or if you're moving your shock towers, like the Glendale hoops, or the, I prefer these, myself, over the Glendale, whatever hoops. Axe Speed cheap on eBay for like $11. They give you just as much, if not more, travel on your shocks. When you do that, because it gives you like almost like, I think 8, 9, maybe 10 millimeter more travel on your front shocks. It loosens up your suspension nice. It will, you have to move your servo up. So the easiest way to move your servo up is with these spacers, guys. You know, you're going to have to shim up at least a couple, maybe 2 or 3 millimeters, so your steering horn's not hitting your axle. Now, if you have the forward-only conversion, forward only. I'm sorry, I'm still out of it a little bit. The reverse shackle conversion, especially from the A&M garage one, it moves them forward, and you don't have to. You do have to run a spacer. I would recommend running a spacers, but you don't have to spacer as high. Is what I'm trying to get to there. So, yeah, we got that going on, guys. That's the stuff we've got for today. You know, I'm working on the garage here pretty hardcore, trying to get as much done to it as possible. Because me being sick put me behind pretty good. You know, and I keep coming up with little stupid projects like this little. I made all this for the table and chairs and stuff. That's all made. Homemade all that out of some Dollar Tree cheap stuff finds. You just got to be, you know what I mean? You got to be kind of frugal when you're building stuff, in my opinion, you know. I mean, I don't mind blowing money on my, you know, high dollar RC stuff. But I like making stuff, coming up with, you know, I kind of like homemaking a lot of my stuff too. So, but anyways, you know, I will have some more videos upcoming. I'm going to, hold on a second, guys. I'm going to stop the camera and start recording again here in the other corner and show you where we're at on the shop. All right, so coming back to it, we finally got the camera set here. I'm going to sit behind it so I can see what I'm doing here. You see, we got the new garage door over here we made up. I've got to get it stained. I went ahead and I didn't do it opening for now. What I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and do that with the frame that I did there and stain it up and stuff like we did our other door, because we've already got the one functioning door. So, since I've got it functioning, and that is up against the wall practically, even cutting it out and stuff, it's just kind of pointless for me to have it as a functioning garage door. But we're going to get it stained up and everything, and I'll have, you know, we got to get, let me pan over this way, this wall, you know, where the white here, the foam boarding, it's got to be, you know, obviously, I got to get the wood on it. So that'll be coming. I don't think anybody cared for that video where I was laying the wood down, so I don't know if I'm going to do any more filming on that. And then I think we're going to make one more wall here. You see right here behind the Marlin. I think I'm going to go ahead and do one more wall there with a few windows and stuff and finish enclosing it. But I'm going to make it to where I can take it down and put it up. So, and then we're going to expand the parking area over here. on the garage too, but I've got some cleanup and some stuff I have to throw away and some rearranging and a stand I've got to get rid of. So yeah, the garage I'm making it to where I can add more to it and have more room. I've got a lot of scale accessories also coming for the scale garage. If you guys stay tuned, if you're interested in the garage build, you can kind of make out in the back. I've made a, back here where the blazer's at, I made some shelves and stuff back there. Let me move the blazer, you can see it better. Let me grab the blazer out of here. Stick my fat butt in the way. Let's see. So we've got the blazer here. You guys see in the back the tire rack there. You can see with the shelves I've made all that. And that'll hold 2 layers tall of tires. So it'll actually, depending on the size of the tire, it'll hold quite a few tires, scale tires. And then I made it to where you could run them 2 deep almost against the wall. So you can put quite a few tires on that tire rack. It's big and it does take up a lot of room. But I thought those shelves would look cool like you'd see in an old wood barn garage. Yes, I know it's got fresh shiny paint on it, but that's, it's fine for me. It'll get cruddy and dirty and faded as time goes on its own. And it makes a nice storage. You can see I've got, zoom in there a little bit. It holds all my scale goodie stuff, so I can free up my pallets for other stuff. Holds my sand ladders, my bicycle, a homemade cooler I made, just dumbing around, which I'm going to pick up another nice printed cooler, I think, to have in the scale garage, because I like how I have my cooler set up on all my other trucks, so I'm going to pick me up another cooler. I may pick me up one of them Yeti ones, I don't really know, but I'm going to be have some videos coming on how to make tin signs for your scale garage. I'm going to make my own tin signs using some RC 4-wheel drive decal stuff. If you guys are going to be interested in that, I'll have that video coming pretty soon. But anyways, made that scale tire rack, just added some shelves to it, and I'm thinking about coming into the sides and making longer shelves on the sides too to put stuff in. And then that I don't know if that's going to stay where it's at. I don't know. But, because I'm keep adding and adding to the garage. Still got living area I got to add to the other side over here with some lofts and stuff. So there's going to be, if you're into the scale garage stuff, stay tuned to the channel. And if not, then I guess don't. Just kidding. But yeah, there's that's the new door. And I've got to make one more man door. I'm going to put one more man entrance door. Do it up like I did this one over here. May make it a little bit different. May make it a little bit bigger, maybe. Like a service door to where like you can get ATVs through it. And stuff like that. I don't know. I'm just contemplating. I don't really know what I'm going to do with that. So, but anyways, there we go, guys. The scale garage from the RC Dungeons coming along. I hope you guys liked the little stop motion video. Once again, I know my characters are like 5 or 5.5 inch tall. I don't go any bigger than 6 inches tall. Because I can tell you, I'm 5'6", and I'm standing on the bumper of a Jeep with 33-inch tires on it to work in my engine compartment. I know because I restored the entire Jeep, 95 YJ. And, I'm 5'6", close to 6 foot, so... I know I'm short, but that's how I see my scale on my trucks, You ain't flat-footing a 40-inch tired 4Runner. So that's why I got my scale figures like that, Like a 5-foot chick. She's going to be standing on the bumper to get inside the engine compartment to work on a 4Runner with 40 42s on it. Sorry, but that's just true scale. So, anyways... That's the RC Dungeon updates, guys. I just thought I'd do a video here for you. I'm hoping to get some time today because I am feeling a little bit better, like I said. I know I'm talking a lot. You guys can go ahead and stop the video if you want. But I'm going to go ahead and talk because I like to talk about RCs. That's what the channel's about. It's all about RCs. The garage door, I think I'm going to try to get stained up today. And then stay tuned. I'm putting this at the end on purpose. That way you guys will, stay tuned to the channel. The giveaway, I'm going to have that coming up. The giveaway drawing should be probably posted before this video. And it's just going to be a quick little video with the people that commented down below that are subbed to the channel. I'm going to do that giveaway for that Traxxas patch up here. So you guys will stay tuned. I'll contact you guys through email or whatever, whoever wins that patch. And good luck to all my subscribers. And I appreciate you guys taking the time out, as always, to watch the videos. I appreciate it even more when you take the time out and you comment and you subscribe. Because it does make it a little more worthwhile when you got people that are watching and subscribing. I do appreciate you guys that are actually taking the time out to watch the videos. It really does mean a lot to me. I know it might sound stupid, but it does mean a lot to me. It honestly does, truthful. And then if you guys are really, like I said, going to keep plugging along, now that hopefully I'm on the mend, I'll have some more videos coming at you guys. And some more scale items that I've bought if they ever get here. Hopefully they'll be here eventually. So from the RC Dungeon, as always, guys, eat, breathe, and keep it RC. Peace.